Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, after a few weeks off, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is back at it at Darlington tonight. Last race was that St. Peter's Street race, which I thought was absolutely amazing for the Truck Series. I loved the crossover with Tamsin Bell and James Hinchcliffe and everything. So yeah, those two weekends, St. Petersburg weekend and the Phoenix weekend, I thought was a great success, not only for the IndyCar side, but also for NASCAR. All right, we're going to resume the season here for the truckers at Darlington. Wow, what a tough old track Darlington has become. Can't wait to see how these truckers handle it. So this is race 4 of the 2026 season. I'm 1-2 on my picks. Not great. The Truck Series raced at Darlington from 2001 through 2004. They came back from 2010 and 2011 and then returned back again in 2020. They'll buckle up South Carolina 200. 200.802 miles, 147 laps, 3 stages, 45, 45, and 57. Qualifying is later on today. 11 of the 13 winners started in the top 8. The lowest to win in the Truck Series at Darlington in 2021, Sheldon Creed started 15th. 9 of the last 13 winners of the Truck Series at Darlington started in the top 5. Only 4 of those started in the front row. So qualifying will matter later on today. This is the first of the Triple Truck Challenge for 2026, Darlington, Rockingham, and Bristol. What that means is if a driver wins one of the next 3 races, they'll get an extra $50,000. If they can win 2 of the 3, they'll get $200,000 bonus. And if they win all 3, they get $500,000. Only one driver has ever won 2 of the 3, and that was in 2020 with Sheldon Creed. We do have some Cup interlopers in this race. We have in the one truck for Tricon Garage, William Sawalich from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. With the recent events from the 10 Ram truck there with Daniel Dye getting indefinitely suspended for his comments online, which I don't disagree with. I don't personally think it was that bad, but I can understand why action had to be taken. In this day and age, you don't say stuff like that. I think the kid will learn from it. And I think he will move on in his NASCAR career. But the one and only A.J. Allmendinger from Colic Racing will sub in at number 10 truck. This is his first truck start since 2021. That was on a road course. His first oval start of the truck since 2008. This will be his 16th truck race ever. So yeah, no pressure on A.J. Allmendinger, of course. but I think he will come out of this decent for Ram and for Colic Racing. And then in the number 5 truck for Tricon Garage is Corey Heim. In the 25 Ram, the All-Star truck, will have Corey LaJoie. And Connor Jones will be in the 42 for Nice Motorsports. Ross Chastain in the 45 for Nice Motorsports. In the 62 truck for Stuart Hallmar Friesen, their kind of all-star truck will be Christopher Bell. And then the 2 Spire drivers will be Connor Mozak in the number 7 and Hurricane himself in the number 77, Carson Hocevar. So, obviously Corey Heim, he's done well in the Truck Series at Darlington. We know he's going to be up front. Will Christopher Bell be able to do the same? We'll see. But there is a lot of truck interlopers that, like a Ross Chastain, that's going to run well. But we also have a lot of truckers that run week in, week out that are going to run well as well, like Caden Honeycutts and the Daniel Hemricks of the world. Now, if we look at the last 4 Darlington truck races, Daniel Hemrick has only been in one of them. He finished 2nd. Carson Hocevar has been in 2 races. He has an average finish of 3.5. Grant Enfinger, average finish 8.75. Stuart Friesen, 9.33. Ty Majeski, 11.0. And Corey Heim, 15.0 in a win. Now, if you look at those 4 races, an average running position. So this is where they've ran throughout the race. So like Corey Heim having an average finish of 15th. He may have ran a lot better than that, which he did. But just had something happen at the end. He got, pushed back or got taken out. And, obviously the finish wasn't there, but the running position was. So average running position of those 4 races. Daniel Hemrick, 4.21. Grant Enfinger, 5.56. Christian Eckes, 5.57. Gio Rosario, 5.82. Carson Hocevar, 7.03. And Corey Heim, 7.73. Now, some of these NASCAR tracks, you can look at other tracks that are similar, and there's different characteristics that will cross over between the two tracks. Like when we were at Vegas, Charlotte, Kansas, those kind of tracks, pretty similar. Darlington, yes, it's the egg-shaped oval, and if you look at Orwell technology, it's kind of the egg-shaped oval, but they race completely different. One thing about Darlington is tire wear. Tire wear has always been a big thing at Darlington. You got to be able to manage your tires and whatnot. Another track on the circuit like that is Homestead. So if you look at kind of the Homestead and Darlington together, you kind of get a picture of some drivers that run well at both or don't run well at both. Like Daniel Hemrick, in the 8 races between Homestead and Darlington, he's got an average finish of 3.5. Carson Hocevar, average finish of 5.0 and a win. Grant Enfinger, 8.0 and a win. Stuart Friesen, 8.57. Ty Majeski, 8.62. Corey Heim, 9.5 and a win. That's finish positions. So if you look at the average running positions for the same races, Corey Heim, 4.94. Ross Chastain, 5.06. Daniel Hemrick, 5.23. Christian Eckes, 7.08. Elaine Riggs, 7.81. And Stuart Friesen, 7.9. All right, so after 3 races, so we had Daytona, Atlanta, St. Petersburg. Chandler Smith is currently leading the points. He's got a win. He's got a 34-point lead over Ben Rhodes. Ty Majeski is 3rd, minus 50. Gio Rosario is minus 54 and 4th. Lane Riggs with a win as well, 5th, minus 56. 6th is Caden Honeycutt, minus 65. Andres Perez is 7th, minus 67. Stuart Friesen is 8th, minus 82. Christian Eckes is 9th, minus 83. And Justin Haley, the first Ram truck, is in 10th, minus 85. His teammate is 1 point behind him. Burning Butterbean Queen, there is 11th, minus 86. Tyler Ankrum, minus 88 and 12th. Daniel Dye, 13th, minus 88. Now that's going to take a hit. I think this indefinite suspension by NASCAR and Colic Racing for the insensitive comments that Daniel Dye made will cost him a shot at the chase this year. Even if he's only misses 2 or 3 races, I don't think he'll be able to make that up. As also if he gets a waiver. I don't know if he'll get a waiver for it. Because remember, in order to make the chase, you have to attempt to qualify for every race and be in the top 12 or top 10 in points. But if you don't attempt to qualify for every race for whatever reason, you can get a waiver to exclude that little nugget. But would they give a waiver for this? I think they would, to be honest with you, because they have in the past. But again, indefinite suspension, so how long is that? I know he's got to take some sensitivity training and do some other stuff, and there's a checklist for NASCAR and for Colic Racing, so. And then Jake Garcia is 14th, minus 94. So yeah, a lot could come out of here. If Daniel Dye misses several races, who's going to be in the truck? We know we got AJ Allmendinger this week. We know Rockingham is on the horizon. The Cup Series is off, so it could be AJ again. But like Chris Rice said on TMD, they don't want to race AJ Allmendinger as much as they have in the past. They obviously want to give him his family life with him and his wife and his young boy. And AJ's a little older now, so it's like you can't go out there and race 100 races a year. All right, so the 4 picks to win the Buckle Up South Carolina 200 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race tonight will be Corey Heim, Daniel Hemrick, Caden Honeycutt, and Ross Chastain. I think Corey Heim, I know a lot of people want to immediately say he needs to be in Cup. He needs full-time Cup ride. Get rid of Riley Hurd. Put him in that car. He's going to win races. Well, going to have a video come up this weekend that's going to kind of debunk that. And a little spoiler here. In the Gen 7 era in the Cup Series, only one driver who has made their Cup debut in that Gen 7 car has won a race. Stay tuned to that video. As always, thanks for watching Rubber Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.